Welcome to today's video on classification of data. On the basis of source, data may be classified into primary and secondary. Primary data is collected by the investigator himself for a specific research investigation. It is the first-hand information collected by the investigator. The methods used may be experimental method, observation method, survey method, etc. Secondary data is not a first-hand data collected by the investigator, but it is usually obtained from some published sources such as scientific journals, books, committee reports, databases, etc. Currently, it is comparatively easy to collect secondary data because of the availability of resources, but collection of primary data requires more time and effort. But it has to be noted that at times, for use of secondary data, permission is required and therefore it has to be obtained. On the basis of nature, data may be classified as quantitative and qualitative. As the name itself indicates, quantitative data can be measured and qualitative data will give observations for characteristics. Qualitative data may be nominal or ordinal. Nominal data helps us to categorize samples based on attribute or quality. Examples are eye color of animals, blood group, etc. Ordinal data is qualitative data that can be categorized in a particular order or on a ranging scale. Example, pain level on a scale of 1 to 10, stages of cancer, etc. Quantitative variables may be discrete or continuous. Discrete data where it can have only certain values like whole numbers. Examples are children in a family, pulse rate, etc. Continuous data, it can take up even decimal values, for example, temperature, weight, etc. The data collected from a population or from a sample which has not been processed or modified is referred to as raw data. So, if we have collected blood samples from 10 women and measured the HB level and we have recorded it without any processing or modification, it is raw data. So, we have some raw data here. All statistical calculations can be performed using the raw data. The raw data may be modified to include a frequency term. This helps us just to make the data more concise and helps us to understand which of the values are occurring more frequently and which is occurring less. So to do that, just for convenience, we have put it in ascending order. So to include a frequency term, you have to take each data value and you have to see how many times we have obtained that particular value. So if you have take 8.5, it has occurred only once. So you are putting the frequency term as 1. 9 has occurred twice. So you are putting it as 2. 10, 10.3 have occurred once. So frequency is 1 for each. 11, we have got the value thrice. So the frequency is 3. 12.8 and 13, each we have got the value only once. So the frequency terms are 1. The same may again be modified in the form of a grouped data with frequency term. This type of grouping is referred to as an exclusive series. Here, the lower limit is included in the class whereas the upper limit is excluded from the class. So, it is referred to as exclusive series. So, any data with 10 has to be counted in the second class. Any data with 12 has to be counted in the third class. So, keeping this in mind, now 8.5 and 9 you can include in the first class, but 10 has to go to the next class. So 8.8 to 10 you have the frequencies 2 plus 1, 3. If it is 10 to 12 you have to count 10 here. So 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5. So it is totally 5. 12 to 14 you can count these two. So the frequency is 2. When you have the frequency term, you can note that You can directly get the total number of items or sample size by counting the frequency. The sum of frequency gives you the value of n. If it is raw data, you have to count individually the number of items. Whenever we have grouped it like this, you can just count the total frequency. The summation of f gives you the total count. When we have the grouped data with frequency term, we can even plot a histogram with class intervals on the x-axis and frequency on the y-axis. If you join the midpoints of these columns, you can even plot a frequency curve. In the upcoming videos, we will see how the descriptive statistics measures and inferential statistic measures can be calculated from the raw data. Thank you.